Hi.
Hello,
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm fine too. Thank you. So I think this is the first time we're meeting. So could you introduce yourself?
I'm Kawaljit. I hail
Okay.
from Jalandhar. I'm a working woman and
Hmm.
I make lots of grammatical mistakes. That's why today I'm here.
Okay. Besides grammatical errors, is there any other feedback that you have got from the other tutors?
I know about myself. Many
Okay.
tutors, they have simply commented the way like you speak well or you are confident, but I know what I am and I know I make lots of grammatical mistakes. Confident I
Okay.
am,
Yeah.
that I
Hmm.
know, but I make mistakes.
Okay. Yeah. So it's mainly grammatical mistakes that you want to focus on in a way.
Yeah, and moreover, because I'm not into the system where we focus too much on the spoken English, but
Ah.
just a couple of weeks back, this thing came in my mind that I really want to be a well-spoken person. So it
Hmm.
is just for me, it is a practicing speaking English session for me because of
Okay.
day-to-day life and especially in our Punjabi environment, even at the working
Hmm.
place, we actually don't find any person, even the person who are having the degrees in the subject of English, even when they come to you, they speak, we all speak in Punjabi. So,
Hmm.
similar is the environment in the families also. We don't get this kind of environment. If you are in metro city and there is a different culture, if you are in a corporate house, then there is a different
Hmm.
culture. But in otherwise,
Yeah.
we
That's
don't find that environment where you speak in Punjabi. So this is sort of um, getting me that 15 minutes the opportunity to talk in English, that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah, I can understand that. Okay. One or two things quickly I would tell you. First of all, you see, when we are talking about something singular, when it's plural, so we don't need to use an article usually. When it's a singular, we use the article, the indefinite one. So you said in metro city, well, it would be in a metro city. Either we
Yeah,
can say
I
in metro
make this
cities.
difference. I also eat up A and I know. I don't know. Maybe I speak so fast. I know
Hmm.
the stuff where we have to put A or an or the. I know things are here in my mind, but I don't know why I couldn't do it on the fly.
Okay. Yeah, these mistakes.
Engrossed into the content and I
Hmm.
eat up so many of my own words.
Yeah, exactly. That does happen sometimes. But it, of course, it can be corrected very easily. There's nothing to worry about. That just a little bit of practice is needed. Okay, so in a metro city, either we can say that, or we can say in metro cities in general. Uh, those person you said, well, it would be since those it's those we use the plural with it. It would be people. Either we can say persons or people.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, one last thing. You said I want to be well spoken. Well, well spoken usually refers to a person. It has nothing to do with the language. It refers to a person being cultured, refined, and in a way educated. We can say so. Well spoken is an adjective that means
Okay.
completely different. It has a different
Okay.
meaning.
It's
Yeah,
not for the speaking content only. It is
exactly.
personality in totality.
Yeah, exactly. In a way, yeah, it's not just about the language, but the personality in total. And you use words like moreover. This is one of the words. It's very common, but it's still you don't really see that many people using it. It's just you are able to organize your thoughts well. That's a good thing. You are able to use a word like moreover. It's a very small word, but it's still I was able to catch it in that way. It's a good thing. Okay. So, in what goals do you have in your life right now at this point in your life?
I want to become my own boss. I'm a working woman, I told you, but I
Hmm.
now I have a dream which I want to bring into reality, and that is I want to become my own boss. I want to open my own venture. I have the plans in my mind, so I want to fulfill that goal now.
Okay. Do you want to open what? Actually, I didn't hear the word. What is it?
Venture.
Okay. Ah, I wasn't. What is that? Sorry, I've never heard of it. I guess.
Go in a reality, but what are my plans? You mean
No. Like that specific word. You want to open a
venture?
what?
Venture.
Venture. You're saying. Okay. Sorry, you're. Just give me 1 second. Actually, I will have to turn off my fan. Otherwise, the voice isn't that clear. Okay. So you want to open a business in a way. So what? is the business regarding?
I would definitely be in teaching, because I
Ah,
feel that is more secure kind of thing, and
hmm.
not much investment is needed.
Ah, okay, okay. In that way. What sort of goals in your life have you already achieved?
Um, and it actually depends upon the stage. When I was very
Yeah.
young, my
Hmm.
first goal was to become a postgraduate. And after I attained that degree, my next goal was to do the doctorate, because it was
Hmm.
my mom's dream to make her daughter a doctor. It was not unfortunate. Sometimes circumstances doesn't favor you a lot. So I
Hmm.
couldn't become a doctor in medicine, but that word always got stuck up all the time in my mind. Then
Hmm.
with the gap of after getting the post graduation, then I had some lag period in between. Then I again resumed
Okay.
my studies, and then finally I got my doctorate. So then
Um,
that goal was accomplished. Then there have been so many, and I have been putting hard, and I have achieved those goals. Even now, at the moment when I'm talking to you in my office,
yeah.
I'm at the top of the hierarchy.
Ah,
So,
okay.
but now I want to quit, because
Hmm.
um, service is service job. Do you always have somebody at the top? I think the
Yeah.
more you go higher, the more
Hmm.
the chair becomes more challenging for you. It's
Hmm.
not the kind of thing that I'm scared of any sort of challenges.
Hmm.
No, not like that. But now I'm at that stage of my life where I want to accomplish my ultimate goal, that is to become the boss.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. You have obviously you have a lot of degrees. Um, in what ways is education important for a person?
Your education in itself is an inspiration for you, because you are a learned person. You know how to handle your surroundings, and how to change your environment, and like
Hmm.
setting a goal. If you ask this question to most of the people, I think they would say they haven't set any goal. So
Hmm.
education plays in the overall growth of your personality, your family, the family members who are associated with you, your friends, everybody
Hmm.
around you. You make your environment suitable to live in. So this all you get with the education. So education outcome, there are there are uncountable number of outcomes. The benefits of being educated. Being
Hmm.
educated in a real sense, not just attaining the degree. And above all, actually it depends upon your temperament also. Many people,
Hmm.
they might have attained the topmost degrees, but they are satisfied with their life whatever they have, or
Hmm.
they don't do much. But of course, education enhances your personality.
Yeah. Okay. In this answer, you have talked about personality, it influences like your overall personality growth and everything. Well, what sort of qualities would you like to see in the an educated person, in a good person, we can say?
Good is a very, it's a word with broad meaning. Good
Hmm.
in what sense? Good includes everything, and
Hmm.
when it comes everything, I think it can't be restricted can't be kept within the boundaries of the education. Even an uneducated
Hmm.
person or less educated person can be very good. And the
Hmm.
first and foremost thing is whether you have the degrees or you don't have the degrees. If we talk
Hmm.
about the goodness, one person should be good at the heart. Be a
Hmm.
human first. You should be a good human being first. Rest of the
Hmm.
things, all become immaterial. And if you are not good at heart, you cheat on the people, and you always create problems for your friends, or you don't
Hmm.
provide a comfortable environment to your subordinates. I think that's not the quality. Either whatever degrees you have attained, I don't consider that person as a good person.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there are a few errors, and we'll continue our conversation with the same topic. A few things. Well, circumstances doesn't, and you continue the sentence. So circumstances don't.
Don't,
It's
no, no.
circumstances. It
Uh,
has to be
yeah.
don't. Yeah. And you were talking about like your professional, your career, and you said I got stuck up somewhere. Oh, sorry, you were talking about that word doctorate, and you said it got stuck up in my mind, right?
Yeah,
Well, it would be. Yeah, tell me.
you please continue. What's
Okay,
the
so well, stuck up is an adjective, which means if I'm an stuck up person, I'm the sort of person who thinks everyone around me is just inferior. I'm the only one who has anything worth in him, in his personality. Everyone around me is just inferior. I'm very
I didn't
vain.
mean that. I simply meant that I could never take that word out of my mind. So it has always
Exactly.
been at the
Hmm.
back of my mind that
Hmm.
some I
Uh, I can hear you. Hmm. Okay, okay, yeah, I got your answer, and that is what I was saying. So actually, what you wanted to say is, I that word got stuck in my mind. So you can see just because you added up, it really changes the meaning. Stuck up is an adjective for a person who is very arrogantly superior, who feels arrogantly superior, and it got stuck in my mind. That is how we say it. Okay. And uh, I think I forgot the word you used. That was correct. We can also say I took some gap years, like when you are not doing anything. Nowadays,
lag
they have come up with
lag
this term.
phase. There was, I
Yeah,
think I used the word lag phase.
yeah, lag phase. Yeah, we can say that also, and we can say gap years. That has become more common nowadays. With when you take off for a while, you can say that. And cheer becomes challenging, bringing to reality. All these expressions you're using, they're very wonderful expressions you're using throughout the conversation. I've noticed that. And there are uncountable number of people. Well, there is an uncountable number because we are referring to the number, I guess. Uncountable number. So there is an uncountable number. And restricted with educated people. When we are talking about good, we just don't need to be restricted with educated people. Well, is there any error here? A very minor one.
Pardon?
Okay,
You
I will quote the
asking me or
sentence
you
again.
something? Hmm.
Sorry.
Are you telling me something or are you asking me something? I couldn't get
Okay.
it.
Okay, okay. So I will quote the sentence to you and tell me if there is any error here. If you are talking about good people, you need not only be restricted with educated people.
Restricted to
Exactly, yeah,
educated people.
restricted to.
Yeah.
Exactly. You shouldn't be restricted to educated people. You use the word temperament, again, a very good word. We can also use words like your disposition, your propensities. They're all different words that focus on different parts of our personality, our tendencies, our propensities, our disposition. We can say that. Okay. Just give me one second. I will write these things on chat in a minute. Okay. So, do you think that parents should influence their kids in choosing a career and choosing their goals?
It depends upon the education of the parents,
Okay.
maturity of the parents also. Sometimes it's advisable. It's initially in the initial stages it is advisable, provided the parents are educated enough to give the
Hmm.
proper guidance to their children. And the children who go to the high rated good schools, even they get lots of ideas from the school itself, because now schools have started giving lots of counseling to the students. But
Hmm.
of course, parents play a very important role. Yeah,
Hmm.
yes, in
Yeah.
shaping the career or in shaping the graph or the profile of their children. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Shaping the graph also we can say,
and
and
without
both of.
giving guidance in the way they live their lives together in a
Hmm.
family, in itself it influences a lot in the on the overall growth of their children.
Yeah. Yeah. Lead by example instead of by advices and
Yeah.
words. Lead by example. Yeah, that's an expression we have. Uh, Give counselings. You said we can also say they have started counseling. By counsel by itself is a verb also. We can
Yeah,
say that. Hmm.
right.
Uh,
You're right.
yeah. Uh, are there any goals that you have in your life right now, or you had them which were unrealistic?
Unrealistic.
Hmm.
No. Whatever
Unrealistic.
goals I have been setting on my pathway, I always try to put in, and it. I have been fortunate enough that maybe I haven't set unrealistic goals. because I hail from a middle class family, and I have always tried to exist in the real time situations. Maybe.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Real time again has a different meaning. Real time actually means, well, we are talking in real time. I'm saying, and your real time actually refers to that. So we can say I have always lived in a very realistic way instead of that idealistic way where just people live in their fantasies. I have always tried to be realistic. I think you got a call. You're on mute. Okay, okay, yeah, sure.
Sorry, sorry, I had a call.
Okay, okay, yeah, no worries, no worries. Did you hear me? Did you hear what I say? Like, we can say realistic, yeah. Instead of
Yeah,
saying real time, we can say
really.
realistic. Yeah, exactly. Uh, well, let's say I'm a person. Actually, we don't have that much time. So first of all, I will tell you one thing. So throughout the session, whatever errors I noticed, I already told you them. And besides that, as you already said, like in your feedback also, in your evaluation, that you're a very fluent learner, and it's wonderful that you have been able to come up that way, because I know that in Punjab the environment really isn't in such a way that a person can learn English very easily, because people don't really speak English in that, and it's very good that you have been able to. Besides that, there are one or two things. For instance, when you are narrating a certain story to someone, let's say the story of a film or anything, people tend to make mistakes. I have seen little grammatical mistakes with tenses and everything. So perhaps in some session you can also try to evaluate that also. You can try to evaluate that also. In this session we weren't able to, but besides that, in this session you performed very well. Just one or two errors, and these we already mentioned. It's already
Thank
mentioned.
you. Thank you.
Do you have, yeah? Do you have any questions you want to ask? Okay, 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 okay. Let's say I'm a person who doesn't really have much goals in life. Okay, how would you tell me to have goals? What sort of advantages are there of having goals in life?
You get self motivated all the time. You
Hmm.
remain encouraged, and you always work for the good. You Yeah, your mind is always occupied. I think this is a good thing. You are always
Yeah.
focused on putting in all the efforts and achieving that goal. And once the goal is achieved, there is nothing like that. Then you set another goal. So it keeps
Yeah.
you moving on.
Yeah, it keeps you motivated. Yeah, you used a very good word in that way. Okay. Well, we don't have any time for another topic. It was nice having this session with you. Well,
Same.
have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Same to you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.